Josh, what's it like to be back here in Japan? Is there any way you can compare this to like the Pride Days? Just the environment, what the reception, everything you're getting. How would you compare it?
I wouldn't. It is its own thing. It's not like Pride at all. But it's a great time, and I think that the fans are very excited to have a big mixed martial arts event here in Japan again. So I'm really glad to be a part of that and headlining it like I've done for many years over here.
And you've been long break for you, the longest of your career actually, in between fights. Were you coming back regardless, or was it something about this matchup, this location, that brought you back?
No, I had actually planned to fight Roy Nelson in June, and then the Road to UFC Japan project came along, and they moved our fight to coincide with this card. So, in anything, I was more than happy to wait that extra time just to be able to be on this fight card and to get the chance to work with those Japanese athletes.
Yeah, what was that like? Because I watched some of it. It's obviously very different than the reality TV we see in North America. Was that an experience you really embraced and took a lot away from? Because I know how much you enjoy coaching.
Well, I've coached a lot of athletes over the years, so that thing is easy for me. Well, I mean, being a coach is never easy, but just the process, I'm familiar, and I've done plenty of TV, reality or otherwise, so I have no problem being in front of the camera and working with production. But honestly, ever since I'd ever really had seen anything like The Ultimate Fighter, I always would think I would love to do this. I'd love for that opportunity, and especially now at this point where you hear all these fighters bitching and pissing and complaining about having to do The Ultimate Fighter, having to do it. And I think anytime you want to call me up, have me go out there, actually train people like you mean it, and top it off by paying me for it and then giving me probably a $100,000 car like what always seems to happen at the end, yeah, go ahead, please. And have a fight waiting for me for someone's face to go cave in too, and pay me for that. I don't see how anybody could be so sour about it.
And are you at the point of your career where you're kind of taking it fight by fight and going to reassess after this one? Is it possible there's another long break after this, or are you looking to be active again?
No, I'm too punch drunk and stupid by now to figure any of that out. So I think I'll just keep meandering, and either I'll run into another fight or a wall.
And what do you make of Roy at this point in his career? 1-4 in his past 5. Getting up there older, he's taken a lot of damage in his career too. Do you think he's still in his prime? Do you see decline when you study him? What do you make?
I see that he's in shape. Round is a shape, and my job is I've analyzed Roy. I've watched his fighting, his nuances and his rhythms and what is the word I'm looking for? His programming, let's just say, his responses and how he reacts under certain scenarios. But he's just an opponent. He's just an opportunity for me to go out there and shine. And he's not a willing participant, but who is?
And do you still have the championship aspirations? I know you're a former UFC heavyweight champion. Is that still, are you looking to get back to that point, or is that something that's not really on your radar right now?
I gave up on the idea of chasing championships a long time ago because that's not up to you. The only thing that's up to you is to go out and win. If you win, you get all the title opportunities you want. You don't win, who gives a shit? So I'm going to go out there, beat the crap out of Roy, and see what comes next. I know that they probably already have some sort of an idea what they're thinking, but when you go out there and you perform and you open people's eyes, you make a statement, well, those plans change. And that's the way you control your destiny, by your in-ring performance, by what you bring to the table.
So when you say, it's you want to perform and win, when someone like Cain Velasquez gets an immediate rematch after he loses a title fight, what do you make of that?
I don't care. Have his own life and go at it. It's at the end of the day, they can beat the hell out of themselves until they're so broken down that by the time I get there, it's an easy fight. I mean, what do I care? That's not up to me. I have no bearing on that, and I could get butthurt or happy. None of it would matter. The only thing that matters is my performance and what I do.
And I'm curious for your take on this. You know, the heavyweight division seems, you know, most of the guys in the top 10 are in their mid to late 30s, and a lot of them are, you know, it seems they're re-peaking at that point. What about it is it just this weight class? Is it just coincidence? Why are, you know, most of the top heavyweights a lot older than you see, you know, the top 10 fighters in other weight classes?
Probably the levels of crotchetiness and curmudgeon aspects are stronger with heavier weights. So as we get older, we just turn into meaner and meaner old men that sit there and tell people to get off our property all the time.